it's Todd Ault. This is Risk On. It is the 31st of 2022, January 31st, 2022. I'm Todd Ault. This is Jason Bartholomew. Skyla is in the house, along with Christy, our producer, and Khalik, who's behind the scenes. Nick and Brett are in control of the equipment as usual. This is the last day of January, and by the way, we're 1/12 through the year. This is a show as Risk On. It's about business. You're going to see a little bit of a change here as we get closer to opening certain things and availability for people who are in business. My name's Todd Ault. I have taken 2 companies public in 2021. Alzheimer Neuro, which I was the founder of, and Alt Disruptive Technologies, a SPAC. I raised hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars over the last 32 years. In fact, I've been involved in some of the biggest IPOs in the world. When I was at Dean Witter, I've done all kinds of stuff for the last 32 years. I'm so old, I can't even remember things anymore. I'm 52 years old now. I've been working on Wall Street, doing private equity, buying companies, selling companies, etc. I'm presently the executive chairman of BitNile Holdings, which is a holding company that is converting itself to separate the businesses eventually. If we can get that done, we get that approved by shareholders and other things we need to do. We own data centers. We own DeFi investments. We own investments in crypto, mining, thanks to Jason. Jason, you're installing miners like crazy, right? Another 300 in our possession now, huh?
Yep.
And the updates in the morning, haven't seen that press release ready for tomorrow. Guess it's going to be kind of a late night, huh?
It'll get there.
Yeah. So we mine Bitcoin. We mine Bitcoin every day. I think there's presently about 2,000 of those things cranking away. I don't know the exact number.
1885. You pay me to know that number.
1885 cranking, but another 300 being installed.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll know tomorrow the details, right?
Yep.
And we get Bitcoin every day. You can tell that I've been in a lot of investments. I make investments in... Oh, sorry. Apparently I don't talk close enough to the mic. Okay, sorry about that. We make a lot of investments. I've made investments in SurgeAccount Medical, which was a sponge counting company many years ago. That got sold to Stryker for $120 million, thanks to Brian Stewart and other people who were very helpful. And that Brian was the original founder with his father. I've been invested in Taco Cabana out of Texas. Those people who like it in Texas and Oklahoma, that got sold to private equity. I was an investor in Jack in the Box 100 years ago when Jack in the Box was cool. I think it still is. Those tacos are great. And that got, that really turned out, I was like a food maker at the time. That turned into a home run. I was an investor in Franklin Capital. I took over Franklin Capital in an activist deal. That stock went from, at one point it went from 90 cents to $22.75. I've done so many 13D filings, so many activist deals, been involved in taking over so many companies and bringing them public. I feel like I know how to do that. And so with that in mind, why am I bringing this up is because we have a business conference now. It's the Risk On Business Conference. And it's May 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th here in Vegas at the Paris Hotel. We have so many people involved with this. We're going to have Brad Lee. Can we skip to Bradley real quick, or do we got to roll the promo on Bradley real quick? Let's do. Bradley's going to be there, right? Or which one are we on? Coach me up here, boss.
We're just rolling the conference clip.
Okay, let's roll the conference clip. For me, Risk On is a philosophy. I'm a 30-year-plus Wall Street veteran, been doing this a long time, but I kind of live Risk On the whole time, and I'm trying to bring you guys what I do on a regular basis.
Traders are really worried.
Begin with the economic consequences.
86% financial fragility.
Publish something like this.
I knew I was worth more than
Frustrated as we do the classic
risk off day.
I've been through this before. I've been at this for 32, 33 years. You know, I ran a hedge fund for many years, and I really want to talk about things that I think we do that are risk on.
Focus on growth sectors, aviation. You close the sale by moving it from.
I can't stress to you how smart these people are. Hey, thanks so much for that clip. Appreciate it. Brad Lee is going to be on the show. He's going to be at the conference. He's a sales expert. He runs Closer School. He's CEO of Lightspeed. Everyone knows I love Brad. If you watch this show ever and you don't know that I love Brad Lee, you don't think I think he's the next Grant Cardone in terms of sales training, then you don't watch the show. Brad Lee will be in the house Wednesday. He'll be on the show sitting right here with me and Jason, right in this seat right here. Brad Lee, boom. Right here.
Love Bradley.
Don't miss Bradley. You got to check us out on social media. I really need you to follow me. Go, if you go to toddault.com and you go to the bottom, which I don't like that it's at the bottom, but it is, you can sign up for my, what's it called? My text account, my community account, and you'll get one automated community, and then the rest will all come from me, right? My team sends you a tweet. If I want to send something out, I send a text out to you. You can follow me on Twitter at ToddAult3, so Todd Ault the third, big 3 eyes. I have a regular Twitter account too, but it's a personal. You won't get anything on that because it's kind of boring. And obviously we've got some podcasts coming up. I did one with Kalpana Pot. I did one with her. That's coming up soon. I didn't do the one with Charlie Lee yet. I'm bummed. Charlie was a little sick, couldn't make
It's
it.
for Wednesday. It's rescheduled on Wednesday.
It's happening on Wednesday. Look at Skylar chiming in here.
Mm-hmm.
Skylar the golfer, how was your golf weekend, Skylar?
I didn't do the best. I had a very off day, but it was really fun. Chase, Roland, Zan, and I had a lot of fun. We played with this older guy, Mike, and we just had fun. It was really nice. We even got a little sunburnt, which it was only 65, so I don't know how we were out there playing in 110, just thinking it was chill.
If you follow me on social media, you'll know that I was in Miami this weekend. Obviously, lots going on here. I had a conversation with some people that are related to the company, and you don't start to realize, Jason, that we're a crypto miner. Oh God, wow! Has it started?
What?
Oh, I haven't checked yet. Let me check.
What are
I'm
you
going to check
checking?
live online here.
What are we missing?
Let me look here real quickly here.
The old Bitcoin's at 38,437.
No, I'm looking online here right now. Earnity's supposed to start taking signups.
Oh.
Don't see that yet. Maybe it's cached in my cache. But pay attention to Earnity, guys. We own 19.9% of Earnity.com. EARNITY. Earnity.com. We own 19.9% of that through
BitNile
Inc.
Inc.
And I just saw today FTX was valued at $32 billion. I feel pretty good about owning a crypto exchange. Now, of course, the investment we have in Earnity is like a percentage of our market cap, similar to the deposits we have for Bitcoin miners, right? Or similar to the real estate we have.
Ridiculous.
It's a grocery sale, and you can find us at the bargain basement price where you shop at Pick and Save, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go to a market update.
It's like buy one, get one.
It's like buy one, get
It
one.
kind of
free.
is, actually. Yeah. All right, what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about how the S&P had its worst month since March of 2020?
Yeah, but I don't I don't really like those statistics. I think those are like you get the media compares everything to like December 2019 had its worst month than that. The S&P had its best week since 2 weeks ago, and then 3 weeks ago. I mean, it encourages short-term behavior.
Sure.
Right? I mean, we did have a global pandemic. We did print currency like madmen.
Yeah, absolutely
Right?
out of control.
So you could argue that we're probably doing okay, right? Or do you think we're not doing okay?
I still think we have a huge super bubble that we have to address, but that's just
What's
one
the
man's
bubble in your
opinion.
mind?
The entire economy, global.
I continue to tell you what my biggest worries are. I think, unfortunately, I just really I want to be clear because I know that some people don't like political conversation on the show. I'm talking from a market perspective. I'm not going to talk from any perspective of whether I'm right, left, center, whatever else. My concern from a market perspective is that Joe Biden is the very first one-year president that's lame duck after 1 year.
Yeah.
That's my concern. I mean, people aren't really talking about it, but his own party doesn't want him to run,
It's very true.
and that concerns me.
You know, Rasmussen Reports, which is generally known as a moderate polling, public opinion poll since 2003, 50% support Biden's impeachment. That was today.
Yeah, but the impeachment never works.
Wait.
Tesla climbed 10% after Credit Suisse upgraded them. And I saw Joe Rogan apologize. Now, he's probably saying, why is that a market update? It does affect Spotify.
Did he apologize?
But he kind of apologized to musicians amidst the boycott, saying, I didn't intend to do anything. I didn't intend to upset you. These are just my views. What did you think about that? Hey, Boeing, by the way, any thoughts on that at all? You want to talk about Joe Rogan, or no? You want to pass? Oh, is that a pass button?
He didn't really apologize.
Okay.
Just my opinion.
Boeing wins a Qatar Airways order, 737 MAX, and new 777X freighters. By the way, I flew on a 737 MAX. I didn't crash.
Boeing 1 year chart. Ooh, looks awful.
Where is Boeing right now, price-wise?
200.
Yeah, that's like really not done much in the last 2 years.
Wow. Well, to be fair, COVID killed it. I mean, COVID crushed the airline industry. So, yeah, the 1 year looks very, very bad. Let's zoom out a little bit. Look at the 5 year.
Bill Ackman made a big investment in Netflix. It's paid off temporarily. You know the thing about him saying how much he loves the company? It means he can't really trade it, right? Like he just bought it. Is he going to sell it?
No.
I don't know. I look at that and think to myself, it's up nicely since when he bought it.
So commodities, the dollar was down today, the DXY, 96.63. Now that's the ETF. That's the index fund for the U.S. dollar versus other global currencies. That's not a comparative chart or a comparative index against commodities. So, I mean, it's hard for the DXY to go down when you compare it to all the other fiat currencies in the world. However, it was down pretty substantial today, and you saw oil continue its run. Gold and silver got back on the bullish reversal. And Bitcoin actually was 38,400 the last time I checked. It was up pretty significantly today. So that's what I was mainly focused on.
Let's pull that up real quick. Go to my chart real quick. Go to my screen if you can. Bitcoin, 38,427. I mean, are you prepared to say it's kind of bottoming here or no?
Not yet.
I'm not.
Here's what's going to happen. Remember, Biden's got to come out with his executive action, which is probably just going to say that he's going to put processes in place to review the crypto space.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to do some diligence on the space, and then they're probably going to come up with some kind of regulation. Also, Russia kind of backed off their complete banning of crypto. Right now, it's just kind of in a holding pattern.
I saw some comments in a few areas about that only the government, federal government, was allowed to create legal currency. It's not really true. I would love someone to point out in the Constitution if that's true, because silver is considered to be a legal tender in certain states.
That's true.
Do you know what states they are, Jason?
Utah for sure. There is probably 3 or 4 states. I don't know, but I know Utah is definitely legal tender. The problem with silver it being fungible, if you don't have fractional silver, say 1/10 of an ounce or 1 ounce generic rounds or, American Eagles, it's tough to break down the value of silver in the barter system. And if you were to go into like a merchant store, it's tough to really be accurate on that. Like, what am I going to do? Give someone 1 ounce of silver that's $30 for a $10, goods or service? How do I get change? Do I get change in fiat? Bitcoin's a lot more fungible. That's why I like silver, gold, and Bitcoin. It's just easier to pay with cryptocurrencies. However, silver and gold should be a part of everyone's portfolio, in my opinion. It's a good hedge against inflation. It's real money, sound money. Bitcoin has only about a 14-year history. Gold and silver, thousands of year old, proven the test of time. China's been loading gold. Have you seen China recently?
Yeah, for sure.
Happy Chinese New Year too, by the way. Yeah, China
starts today, right?
Yeah, China's been loading gold, loading the boat. Same with Russia.
I want to bring the market's attention to something that I'm paying a lot of attention to. It doesn't seem to me like this is possible. Do you know the market cap of ammo? POWW.
If I had to guess off the top of my head, 500 million. That's a total guess. I can tell you. POWW.
Yeah. So I want to bring up the chart. If you just go to my screen real quick, I know it's not perfect. This is a stock we sold it in the $7 range or higher.
534 million.
Right. I am not suggesting that you should be buying this for your portfolio. And I want to be clear, I've not bought any. But I'm starting to see like wanting to look around for what I think is bargains. Mm-hmm. And we had a thesis before for ammo. We're going to re-examine that. If anybody out there follows ammo, I'd love for you to let me know on ammo. And then I want to revisit Centro. Now this is the old Naked Brands. If you guys are new to the show, there was a stock Naked Brands, heavily followed, kind of a meme stock. But they're an EV company, and they're like literally kind of last mile EV.
Yeah.
And this really interests me. I want, for the people who follow the show, they're going to say, "Oh, look, Todd's talking his book." No, that's not it. I really like this last mile thing, right? And we as a company, we are invested in UES. They're like retrofitting buses. They're retrofitting delivery buses, like the UPSs of the world and the FedExes of the world. And we do have an investment there. It's small. We announced that a while ago. But I want to revisit this. So these are things that are going to be on our radar for February. So tomorrow is the first day of February, obviously, and things have been sold off pretty hard. This stock's at $1.72. By the way, it was up 8% today. Any thoughts? Have you covered anything more on Centro?
Centro is, it's a niche EV. It's not just your end user type EV like a Nikola or Lucid or Tesla. They're in the package car industry, which there's not a lot of competition besides Lordstown, Workhorse, WKHS. They now have King's on here, I think. King, correct me if I'm wrong. Centro and Workhorse, similar market caps now. Let me know on that. If anybody has any questions or want comments about Centro and Workhorse in the chat. But, I mean, they now have a new factory at the port of Jacksonville in Jacksonville, Florida.
Sure.
They're looking.
Do we know when that actually officially opens?
I do not know when it opens, but I do know that they gave some guidance. They had a contract in Japan for some package cars there. I particularly think I personally think it's undervalued.
I see Jordan and the King and a few others on these programs on Twitter. It's probably time to get a little bit of an update from them. We should invite them back to talk about Centro sometime this week.
Yeah, Boilermaker, good point. ELMS, direct competition. Yeah, for sure. Actually, Boilermaker has a lot of knowledge on this too. We definitely need.
Do we want to bring them on the show?
Yeah, we need to bring these guys back on the show. We'll have the producer look into that for sure. Definitely want to get an update. Also, wouldn't mind having Peter and Justin on the show.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, we see if we could reach out and do that.
Yeah.
I saw today Sony is buying a video game maker, Bungie. Do you know these guys?
I do not.
Hey, do you know Khalid? Do you know Bungie? We probably have to interview my 16-year-old daughter because they paid Zynga got bought. Microsoft is buying Blizzard, and then these guys are behind the multiplayer shooter game Destiny and Halo. Well, I know Halo. I know Halo for sure. Randy, do you know Halo?
I'm not a gamer guy, so
You don't play any video games at all?
0.
13G just dropped for EVMO.
Randy, since you are a sports guy, what'd you think of the Daytona? We saw VK. I think he took P2, right?
Yeah, I didn't see all of it because it was so mixed up with the programming. If you have a computer, I don't have one, but so I couldn't see the full 24 hours. But yeah, it was interesting. Of course, Castroneves won with Pagano. There's many different categories, and for those who don't watch, you wouldn't know. But there's Daytona prototypes. There's LMP2, and then there's LMP3. Those are all the prototype cars. Those are the fastest cars. And then you got like the GTD and Pro Series. Those are like the Lamborghinis, Ferraris, all the street Porsches. And it's kind of dangerous because those cars are going so much slower than those prototypes. These prototypes are lapping those cars as the night goes on. It gets very dangerous. But yeah, Castroneves and Pagano won from Meyershank Racing, which is the team that he won the Indy 500 with. So he's on a roll.
Colton Herta, I think he won too, right?
He won in their class. So that class was the LMP2 class. So Colton Herta and Pato Award were teamed up in that car with Devlin DiFrancesco, who's another Andretti driver.
Was that the same race that VK was in?
That's the same class that VK was in.
He took 2.
So he took P2 in that. And he was winning it. I saw VK was in the lead at that point in that class at one point, but it kept switching over the night with the pit stops and all the different people having problems here and there. So, but they did an excellent job by VK and
Hey, we got
Herta.
some. Brandy, I got to interrupt you. We have some breaking news on the show. Do we have a breaking news tape? Like do we have anything? Breaking special report from Jason Bartholomew.
What?
Just hitting the tape right now. Jason, can you take us to that special report?
We're talking about the 13G that was
Yes,
filed?
let's bring up the 13G.
13G filed on EVMO.
EVMO, what could that be? Is that a mobility company in the EV space?
Looks like, yeah, and it's 15, what do we got here? 15.83% ownership.
Of EVMO.
10 million
I
shares.
think the symbol is YAYO.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
Yep.
And I think they're changing their symbol.
Which is slang for some of that white powder.
Yayo?
Yayo.
Yayo.
Got some of that yayo?
Yeah, you got some of that yayo.
I think Chase needs some yayo. You got him working too hard.
That's funny. It trades on the over-the-counter exchange. I know they're trying to. Bam, boy, boy,
Yayo. Let's go. I got some more breaking news after this one. Go ahead. Keep
Anyways,
going.
those of you who don't know, we bought a passive position.
Hence the G.
In YAYO. Now, for full disclaimer, I am not going to update you when I buy or sell.
Yayo.
I have no obligation to other than legally file a 13G. However, that business is exciting. They're in business with Lyft and all kinds of things. We don't run it. We don't maintain it. We're not on the board. We have a passive position. But we have told you now back to regular scheduled programming. Randy, what do you got for me?
So is that good? You up to date on the Rolex 24?
I'm up to date. I know that was painful for you because you limit your focus. Speaking of focus,
yeah.
I just want to say officially I got my ass kicked again this weekend. The teams I wanted to win won. None of them beat the over. And so I lost my bet, but Cincinnati beat the Chiefs.
Wow.
Wow!
Yeah.
I said take Cincinnati in the points. Holy shit.
Mahomes
Yeah.
choked.
And then Mahomes, I don't know what, he looked like me playing quarterback at the last part.
He was
Just at the end.
He had the yips.
Just at the end. He got yippy.
He was aiming the ball.
Randy, I know you like the Chiefs, and you
yeah, I did.
used to
I
date Patrick Mahomes. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I really couldn't see them losing that game. I mean, they scored TDs on their first 3 drives, and up by 18. It looked like they were cruising, and then second half, I don't know what happened after halftime. You're right, Mahomes looked terrible. He looked like he was confused. He was running around like crazy and making bad decisions.
Yep.
And then,
Yep.
yeah, and then here comes Cincinnati, and they're an incredible team. Joe Burrow and Lamar Chase from LSU. They won a championship at LSU, and I know our wonderful producers from Louisiana, so I'm sure she was happy about that.
Oh wait, hold on a second.
Wait a minute.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to know this. Just pull up the chat. Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm going to ask a question. I really want to reward someone.
Joe
I don't know what I'm
Burrow.
going to give you. All right, I'm going to give you a free T-shirt. How about that? A free shirt, a free risk-on shirt, and a hat. Risk-on shirt and a hat. The first person to put in the chat to tell me, fuck, how am I going to ask this question? I like it. Joe Burrow, right? Won a national championship. Can you name the other 2 quarterbacks that won a national championship to go on and win a Super Bowl?
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana's one of them. What's the other Joe?
Ooh, Joe Theismann.
Nope.
Oh, it's the guy from the Jets. The Jets.
That's
Joe
right.
Namath.
Joe Namath. That's right. So all 3 guys are named Joe, and he has a chance. If he wins the Super Bowl, he'll be one of only 2 other Joes to ever do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is that
You gotta like his attitude.
Do you know-
He's got like a swagger, he's got like a, I don't know how to explain it. And he was down. He still came back from that shit.
They went
He's just
down
very,
like
very calm, very
21
cerebral.
to 3 or something.
Oh yeah, 17-point deficit.
Guess how many catches Tyreek Hill had in the second half?
Well, I know because you told me.
0 catches.
0. That guy's so good.
How
too.
did you not get
Yeah.
the ball to Tyreek?
I could tell for Mahomes. I really saw it. I could tell that was because they've been to 4 championships in a row. I could tell that was a tough loss for him.
Yeah.
Now, Randy, I'm thoroughly confused about something.
What's that?
Thank you for asking. I'm confused because I'm reading that Brady hasn't retired.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what? I got a text too from a friend. He's saying, "Hey, Brady's gone." I was like, "Oh, great! I'm going to celebrate." And then the next day, I heard his dad saying he's not retiring. I go, "Hey, dude, why are you crying wolf?" I go, "Don't tell me that." He goes, "No, he's gone."
So they're
I don't
reporting
know.
he retired, but then his agent's saying, I don't know anything about that.
There's no official announcement, so
He
we don't
hasn't made
really
an
know at this
announcement.
point. I could just see this guy playing another year. He's got another year under contract, so I was glad. I was like, "Oh, good! The nightmare's finally over." But apparently, maybe not. But listen, he's a great player. I don't like him, of course, but I mean, he's won all the.
Why
Super
would you
Bowls and
like
stuff.
anybody that was winning a bunch of stuff? Why would you do that?
Dude, put yourself in my position. I'm a Miami fan. He was with New England. Do you want to root for New England? Hell
Okay,
no.
you
That's
always have
enemy
it-
number 1. Come on.
You're still living on the Dan Marino
Get your sports
days.
right.
Didn't Dan Marino lose to the 49ers, right?
Yes.
Just like the 49ers lost to the Rams. What do you think of that?
Oh, that was incredible, man. But what was Jimmy G doing there at the end, man? What was that? I mean, he
I
just
saw
panicked
someone
and
call
threw the
him
ball
Jimmy,
up in the
Jimmy
air.
Galopoulos.
Yeah, he really choked. He would have at least had a chance maybe. I don't think they were going to drive down the field at the end there and beat the Rams, but they at least had a chance if he didn't do that circus throw he was trying.
I'm excited for Stafford. He's been in the league a long time.
Another good guy.
He's a good quarterback. And by the way, touche to the coach of the Rams for going after Stafford. I thought they were insane to get rid of Goff. I thought he was,
No, I didn't see that Goff. Goff just didn't have the killer instinct. He always looked like he played scared when the big games happened to me.
So
you know?
Goff is, they're talking about that he's going to leave Detroit and go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
No way.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
They're talking about Goff may go there. Talking about Aaron Rodgers may go to the Pittsburgh Steelers, which will make me go crazy if
Oh
that's
my
the
God,
case.
no way.
Oh my God, if he goes,
No.
we're going back to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, no,
that'd be crazy, right?
Jesus.
Holy shit, would that be crazy or what? Randy, anything else you want to cover in sports?
Well, just about the Super Bowl, the Rams are a 3.5-point favorite initially right now. I'm sure the line will go up and down, as Jason knows, over the next couple weeks. So it's going to be a good game, though. I'm really looking forward to this Super Bowl. I think it's going to be a very exciting Super Bowl.
Randy, do you have an email directly for people to inquire about getting merch?
They can email me if they'd like, randy@alt.com.
Randy at AULT.com.
He'll do his best to reconcile the merch request that may have been lost through the cracks. Don't
Right.
try to take advantage of it.
Randy, you have
but-
my permission. If you don't think the people are taking advantage of us and they haven't got the merch, just send it to them. I don't want to get any more texts about we haven't honored our
No,
word.
listen, I want you guys to understand something, too. We sent out 2 waves of merch, and we pretty much used everything up. So but we might be reordering some more stuff. So just if people will be patient, you can email me. I'll let you know where we're at, and we'll definitely take care of people, as you said.
Randy, on February 27th, where will you be? I know where I'll be. Where will you be?
Well, I really hope I'm going to be in St. Petersburg, Florida for the opening of the IndyCar season.
Let's roll the clip. Let's roll it. It's a live program.
Oh, that's cool. Ooh, nice one.
We've partnered, signed a 2-year deal with Ed Carpenter Racing and Connor Daly. I cannot stress to you how important this is an evolution for our company.
Connor Daly for the race lead.
I have a passion for this sport that has kept me in the game, and I don't want to stop.
I'm telling you that I believe Connor's going to win.
I mean, we didn't come here to lose.
Excellent.
All right, so let's see here. Maybe not screw. Oh, I got it. Okay. All right, let me try this. This is the first time I ever did it. Those of you who are in St. Petersburg and want to go to the race, DM Randy. Email Randy. Todd.
Woo!
Email Randy. Randy@alt.com. Right?
Randy, your email just went hot.
We have tickets available to our fans. And Randy's going to see if you're in the chat. If you're not in the chat and you email him, he's going to say, I haven't seen you in the chat. You don't get tickets.
True story.
But what's going to be happening down there, we're building a 300-unit apartment building. And if you're interested, we're going to be opening it up for everyone to basically own apartment buildings with us. You're going to be able to buy into the apartment buildings. We have an alt real estate development fund that's going to be coming up. We're announcing that soon. And we're developing a 300-unit deal in St. Petersburg. It's beautiful. I got to tell you, I love apartment buildings, Randy. Randy, how long did you pay rent before you moved to Vegas? How long did you pay your rent for your apartment, the one you were in last?
14 years.
14 years,
Wow.
Randy stroked a check
Yeah.
to the landlord. We are the landlord here. We're going to own the building. We're going to rent the place out, and you can be a landlord with us. Check that out. That's coming up. I don't know why I'm promoting it yet because nowhere to go except at ToddAult.com and sign up for that and make sure you get on our email list. You guys will figure out why we're sponsoring Indy soon. Someday you'll wake up and go, what? Wait, let me see here. People at Indy, when they sponsor a car, they own grocery stores. Do they need EV units? Oh, maybe.
Jeez.
Wait, who owns
Do it.
What?
I know
Trucks?
go ahead.
Trucks?
Who owns the track?
Well, I mean, there could be like people that like own trucking companies, and
Could be.
They need to take their old trucks and convert them to EV.
You could retrofit, like, for example, a U-Haul or a Penske. You could.
You never know.
You
We're
could.
not implying Penske, though. Don't imply that.
No. Those are the
Don't
large-
imply the guy that owns the racetrack.
Yep, sorry.
Don't do that.
Sorry.
That's not fair.
Pure speculation.
Do not. I'm being
Pure
serious.
speculation.
That's nonsense, dude.
Yeah, it is.
There's a lot of people that own trucking companies
I
besides
mean,
Roger Penske.
exactly.
Okay?
Yep.
And we're not saying that.
I
I'm
know.
just saying that you got to think if you're in racing, you're probably into auto things.
Yeah.
Like things that need power supplies and things that need chargers.
New technologies.
New technologies.
More efficient.
Yeah.
More eco-friendly.
Like, you know, like if you had an MTX machine and it made like fabric that was smoother,
use
like
no
carbon
hardly
fiber.
any water.
Yeah, there's so many things you can do.
There's things.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, right,
Yeah,
Randy?
that was
Do you know what I'm
pure-
saying?
Pure
Yeah.
speculation.
Oh yeah, there's many of these teams are investing in the disruptive technologies that you guys are well versed
Wait,
in.
Randy,
so.
Good
Randy,
question.
Randy, hold on a second. You know, didn't Andretti doesn't he have a SPAC?
Yeah. Yeah, did you see that? I sent you something about that. Yeah, I wish I would have had some money to get some shares, man. I would have loved to get involved with that.
What's the comment here?
Boilermaker Bumby asks, "Hey, is Turn on Green going to be shown on the IndyCar?"
It is. Just so
Holy-
happens it's gonna be on the car. Perfect. Sorry, I'm in a good mood today.
This is great.
I love. You know, it's so funny. I literally have spent 32 years watching the market.
I know.
And when I see things that are so out of whack, I don't know what to say. Hey, we appreciate. What do we got to cover? What else we got to cover?
What's
today?
left to cover? Any more questions? Let's
Come
get a
on,
cou-
Miss Producer.
Hold on,
What do we
couple
got
more
here?
Questions.
Oh, Skyla. Hey, Randy,
Oh.
do we have anything else with you?
The only thing one more thing I got to tell you guys is I will keep you informed on February 14th on Valentine's Day. There will be a test in Sebring, Florida, the only IndyCar test before the season starts. So it's very important for us to keep up on that and see what the times are and how our drivers are looking going into the season
Hey, I
opener.
know someone that may be there for that.
Okay,
That could be you, Randy,
that'd be awesome.
and it might be me,
That'd be sweet.
and it might be the film crew. You never know.
That would be awesome.
We might be in Tampa. Hey, we're gonna
All
bring
right.
Skyla in, but do you want to cover anything else at all?
BBIG. I got a question about BB. Oh, Earnity is live. Earnity is live. I'm in and trading boats.
You lie. You
Nope.
lie. You lie.
BBIG. They will award one share of Tide, their crypto spin.
I don't see Earnity live.
Earnity is live. Are you cruising? Yeah, boat said Earnity is live. Anyhow, BBIG has a spinoff in play. Full disclosure, I do have shares long personally, and Skyla sold her position in the
Yes, I did.
the Bankroll Challenge account that we got to get back to. I think Skyla's all in cash right now. No positions.
No.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
We'll
right
Hey,
get back
before
to
we
that.
get to Skyla, if you're going to be at the conference, it's what? If you're going to be at the conference, the Risk On conference, I wanted to talk about some of the things you're going to learn about, right? We're going to be talking about how to finance companies. We're going to be giving you access to people so you guys can understand how to finance companies. We're going to be talking about people who financed their businesses before. Obviously, there's going to be management consulting. There's going to be all kinds of stuff that is business related at this conference. I want you to, if you're going to go to the conference, you need to be thinking about it for yourself, like, how are you going to help your own business? I want to be clear with you. I know people that I know one guy out there, I'm not going to say his name. He's like a big guy. He's raised a lot of real estate, flies around in planes and stuff. I love the guy. He's never brought a company public. He's never raised money other than real estate, which is great. I mean, I know my my brother's now like 35 or something. I know he raised some money for a real estate deal. Real estate is not super complicated, but I don't know how complicated it is to bring companies public or take over public companies or launch companies that started from scratch and went to 120 million and sold to Stryker. I don't know how many of those people are out there. And so what I
Patient
say to
safety.
you, this is going to be a conference where you can learn something, meet people, and network. And if you have a business that's doing $1 million, $500,000, $2 million, and you want to grow to 15, 20 million, you have an idea what you want to be. These things are going to be available to you. We are launching a platform, the Risk On Business platform. Jason, I was thinking about you. People just think you're a professional baseball player and now a professional gambler, but they don't know you worked for a bank.
Yeah, I was in the structured life of 9-to-5 grind, wearing the suit for Royal Bank of Canada, BB&T, SunTrust, Mortgage REITs. Yeah, I was in that grind.
So you were in banking.
Sure.
Okay. So we don't just pull this out of our rear end when we start something, but Skyla does pull stuff out of her rear end when she calls jokes. She just pulls it right out of the sky, right?
Yeah.
Skyla, you got a joke for us?
I do. Actually, Devon Wright sent this one in, and I thought it was pretty funny. So, Superman went to a Halloween party. Someone was dressed as Bitcoin, another one was dressed as Dogecoin, and another one was dressed as Ethereum. Superman was pissed because he didn't realize it was going to be a kryptonite. A kryptonite?
I like that.
Get it? Thanks, Devon, for
kryptonite.
sending that in.
Crypto. night.
Matthew Loves King
Kryptonite.
says, "Hey, Jason, talk Earnity into making an app for iOS and Android."
By the way, they will be making an app for iOS and Android. Hey, everybody, thank you so much for joining the show today. It is approximately 1:54 on the 31st, 2022. Check out our social media. You're going to want to sign up. Go to Todd Ault. Let's run the clip one more time for the conference. Sign up here if you have a business, if you want to learn something. This is a small conference. There's going to be under, I think, 350 people there. We'll get more of those details later. Some of those people are my guests. I'm going to be inviting Wall Street guys who do financing. You got a business and you want to expand your business, whether you're in the restaurant business, you're in technology, you manufacture something, whatever your business is, if you want to scale it, you want to be here. And I want to be clear, this isn't like some 25-year-old guy who look how popular I am on social media. Those guys are great. Okay, I'm not saying they're not great, and they don't make a lot of money on YouTube channels, but you're not all going to be YouTube stars. Some people got to grind it out and own a business. They got to sell things. We're going to have Bradley there. We're going to have lots of other people there that have actually built businesses. You're going to have Chris Wu there that has done over 170 transactions in companies that were distressed or had to be restructured. I have financed hundreds of millions of dollars of businesses. I know who to call. If you get to know me, I know who to call if I like your business. Now, granted, I'm not going to like everyone's business, so I'm not telling you just because you come, you're going to get money, because that's not going to happen.
What do you swipe right or something?
No, but if you have a credible business plan, if you have a credible business that's already operating and you want to take it to the next level, maybe you want to bring it public. Maybe you need some help on who to connect with financing. I mean, if there isn't a financing, whether it be inventory financing, if there isn't a financing I've ever heard of, if there's a way to finance something and I haven't heard of it, I don't know what exists. What are we saying? What? Pre-registration. Oh, yeah. Pre-registration is now open. Limited slots are available. Head over to ToddAult.com and register today. I sound like an announcer now.
Well, it's part of the plan.
You do have an announcing voice.
Do
you
I?
really
Yeah.
do, yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
No, you do, for sure.
We're going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much. Let's run the clip. Everyone, we'll see you on Wednesday with Brad Lee. Brad Lee in the house.
That's real Brad Lee on Instagram. That's LEA for Lee. LEA.
Brad Lee. Hold on a second. Hold on. Don't leave. Don't leave. Let me see if I can bring up a clip of Brad Lee. Hold on. I love Brad Lee. Let's bring him up. Brad Lee. Hold on.
Earnity is live.
Okay, here's Brad Lee. Let's see. We got him on my screen here. Okay, let's go. Brad Lee. What is this? Single biggest investment. Okay, let's bring up Brad Lee. Let's just listen to a minute of Brad Lee. Hold
Got
on.
a lot of good ones.
Let's go.
A lot of times people want to start businesses. People know that I'm an entrepreneur. I've started and currently operate several successful businesses. And a lot of times people ask me, what is the single best investment I've ever made in business? And I must say, the single best investment I've ever made in business is effective training. Now, a lot of times people don't understand that effective training.
Okay, I can't remember what it was, but I'm going to give it a try. We're taking off. We'll see you guys Wednesday. And risk on, everybody.